Hey guys, I work in a bakery at a grocery store, and this is one of my last closing shifts, so I thought I'd show you what I do. I come in and I grab the orders that are due for tomorrow, and I highlight the dates, when they're due, what cake it is, what size it is, the frosting, if there's filling. You got to go through all those details, and I like to highlight them so I don't make any mistakes, and then I like to double check everything and make sure I understand what it's asking for. I might call a customer if I need clarification. And then I'm going to count everything I have so I can determine like how long I have to get these done, because I also have to close for the night. Okay, so first things first, I'm obviously going to decorate cakes. I'll do the orders first, then if I have time, I'll try to fill the cake case, which has like the displays of like stuff that look like monsters and stuff that looks like food and just like generic celebration and birthday cakes. And then, on a really good day, then I'll fill the floor as well. Like we have a freezer that you can fill with stuff and cooler that you can put in like special fancy cakes or just cupcakes or whatever, all that fun pull and thaw stuff. So this is an online order, so I have an edible image that had to be printed out, and the customer chose all of the colors and decorations. So all I have to do is just make it exactly as they want it, which is nice for me because I don't have to think about it. I just have to make it look pretty and pull it all together. And so I'll do this cake. I think I have a clip of the Minecraft cake. And then I do end up showing you the edible image printer just a little bit after I do these edges. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you over to our edible printer, and you have to give me a second because I'm recording it on my phone and I'm just randomly setting you in places. So that's the edible image printer and the computer. And so they've ordered online, so I'm just going in and finding their order, pulling up their image, and then selecting the appropriate sizes and making sure it looks fine. I can't do anything to it once they order it online. We have a lot of people who think we can like manipulate the image and move stuff around for them, and we can't. So we try hard to let people know that in the beginning so they're not like assuming we can help them. And then basically I have to fight with this printer. It loves to do everything wrong. So it'll start to print and then it'll just spin out and it'll just put ink everywhere and it won't eat the paper, and so that it just prints smears of ink. So I have to hold it real careful to make sure it cooperates. But that's what it looks like on the inside. Just like a regular printer. It's edible ink, and that's like a sugar gum paper, and yeah, it's all edible. And I'm gonna throw it back on this cake. Okay, so it's still the same cake. I just jumped forward to, I've already got the image on there. It was like a sea turtle. And I'm just putting on the borders they asked for and making it look nice. I'm pretty sure speed up the video. I wish I had gotten closer or a better angle so you could see me putting the frosting on and what the image looks like. But you get the idea. Cake decorator comes in and decorates cake. So this one is done, and I have to go get a box to put it in. And this is just a quarter sheet, so not too complicated. When we do halves and full sheets, they take up so much space that you have to like go and use another table. I disappear for a minute because I'm pretty sure a customer needs my help. So that's what happens a lot. You can be in the middle of trying to do something, and as you know, customer service, I think I take a cake order here, and that's where I've wandered off to. We also still give away cookies at my store, so could have just been a little kid. Oh, here we go. Whee! So that's that's what it looks like back here. There is sprinkles. There is food coloring. There's airbrush. We've got everything back here. So I'm just putting out. So I just boxed that one up, and I move on to the next cake. This is a Minecraft cake. It's a design from our book, It just got approved this year. We got a new one for Bluey. That was one that we, like Minecraft, Bluey, and Fortnite were all cakes that people would ask for that we didn't have permission to like make. So we would do our best. And so in the case of Minecraft, it would be just like this big rectangle with grass and dirt. And then they would just have to find their own toys to make it themselves. Because if we do too much and it looks too much like a character we don't have permission for, we can get in trouble. So it's good that we finally have a kit that people like that we can make for them. And the toys are all bricks and they all stick together. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna airbrush the Minecraft cake. So the design calls for it to look like a giant square of dirt, but not really. Like the sides are gonna be pixelated. It's not great because for some reason the design has like rectangles instead of squares. But yeah, so the sides are brown and the top is green. And sometimes I wear a mask when we airbrush just because it is so thick. When you sneeze and cough and stuff later, your mucus is the color of what you've been airbrushing. So depending on how much I'm airbrushing, I might cover up my face. I hate when that happens. I hate when I have, like, because you can taste it. When it's bad, you can taste it. It's so strong. But it is edible, but I'm sure it's not meant to be inhaled. So then we're going to move over back to the cake stand. So yeah, you can see what's going on. There's a little blue sky too, so that's what the blue is for. There we go, back over here. And then I will show you guys, probably the finished product is after this clip. So here's the finished Minecraft cake. I really do like the decoration. It just takes quite a bit of time. So it is now officially 8 and I can turn out the light. So with the lights out, I am going to clean up this mess. I did my orders and I made a few cakes for the case. So you're going to see my entire mess. There's the mermaid cake. It'll go in the case. And here's a tiny celebration cake for the case. I did a few more, but I forgot to video them. Oh, and when it's 8, I take a break. And because the lights are out, no one can bother me, and I hide in the corner. And that's what I'm doing here. Take a little rest. Okay, so also when you close, you are responsible for cleaning out these donuts and doing the dishes and marking them down. Okay, so at the end of the night, besides cleaning up your cake mess and sweeping the floors and wiping off all your counters, you got to bring the donuts in. So we get rid of anything that's cinnamon rolls, biscuits, scones. You just throw them out. They're pretty rock solid by 8 p.m. They make them at like 6 in the morning. And then we box up everything else and mark it down. Most of these are pretty cute. Whoever made them for the day, you know, tried their best to make some really cute things, which is nice. And then we're going to take all of these dishes and take them to the back and wash them. You really have to set aside like 30 minutes for like each load you're going to do, because it takes that long to do, like for the, it's like a giant dishwasher for it to run long enough to get all the frosting and icing and glaze and sprinkles off of the trays, and then all of my cake dishes. So here they are. This is what they look like. There weren't too many at the end of the night. So here's the giant dishwasher I was talking about. It's like 3 compartments. So like the first part is like a giant jacuzzi tub where you're gonna put all the dishes, and you know, it tumbles around. Ours has racks in it to keep everything like, you know, standing up and down. But some don't, and it's just like a wide open giant jacuzzi tub and everything just jumbles around. And then the center is like so you can rinse off all the soap. And then the last compartment, which is closest to us, is for sanitizer. And so that is what I'm doing now, is putting all of those dishes in here. I'll put all of my spoons and spatulas and scrapers and stuff from cake decorating in here as well. And that'll run. It'll have to run for like 20 minutes just to get everything off of it. And then while that's running, I'll go back out there and clean stuff up. I did fast forward this, but it is still kind of a long, slow process. I do like finally turning the lights out though, just because you can just do what you need to do and keep moving. And so, yes, this isn't complicated to use. It just takes. Okay, so the dishes are running in the back now, and they need like 20 minutes. So that gives me time to wipe everything down. I have to clean and sanitize my tables, and the donut area I've already wiped down, and there's a case out front that needs Windexed, and then the counter you guys are sitting on like runs all the way down the wall. It needs wiped down. There's a microwave that needs wiped down. I try to wipe down the computers that we use to print out everything, because it just, everyone touches it. And then there's a sink that we have to clean out that's full of frosting from all our tips and spoons and stuff that we're gonna wipe down. And then and then after that, I think we have to finish our dishes and sweep the floor. Ta-da! Okay, so now I just need to sweep. I've wiped everything down, and there's just gonna be so many sprinkles on the floor. There's usually frosting on the floor. I've already kicked the mats under the table. They do give us mats that we can stand on to sort of relieve having to be on your feet all day. And then I think you're going to notice me noticing some sounds I can't explain. And also, I'm exhausted and I want to go home. It's usually like 2 hours after closing before I leave. You wouldn't know it from this video, but it takes quite a while to do everything. Mostly it's just the dishes. They just take so long. And then I continue to sweep. I think I'm in the corner trying to get around the sink and stuff. Here we go. And you're going to see me hear stuff. So there's no one here but me, and then in the bakery. And then on the other side is of this wall that you guys are leaning up against is the deli. And there's only one other person over there, and I cannot hear them at all. I also have the store audio turned down, so there's no reason I should be hearing anything from that. And the dishwasher is running, but I know what that sounds like. So from time to time, yep, late at night, just weird noises that I cannot explain. And so finally, the last thing, the dishes have done running. I turn it off and I drain the water and I play in the bubbles because it's so thick. And I think when I spray it here, there's one moment where they look kind of like a unicorn right there, and then it falls apart. So tell me what you think you see in the bubbles. I don't hear any noises when I'm in this room just because there's so much noise between the water draining and all of the dishes and noise. But so basically this is it. I am gonna get all of these out of here and wait for the water to drain because you've got to spray all the soap off and then move it all to the sanitizer. And see, I told you I can't resist these bubbles. They're so thick. And that's the sanitizer water. And that is what I'm going to finish with. Okay, so that's it. The dishes are in the drying rack. Everything's clean and we can go home. Thanks for coming to work with me. Bye!